I know there's an exclamation point at the end of the title.
You have to do it.
Land ho!
You have to, don't
All right,
you?
I guess so.
You have to. That's the name of the movie. We have the directors with us, Martha Stevens and Aaron Katz.
Hello.
And the two principal... Hello. And the two principal actors, Paul Einhorn.
Yeah, Einhorn.
Einhorn.
Get it right, come on.
Einhorn, thank you. And Earl Lynn Nelson. Hello.
Hello.
I don't know where we start.
Hello.
You're there.
Yeah, you're there. You're there. Where should we start? Let's start with Martha and Aaron. Where did this film come from? Where?
Well, Aaron and I collectively have both directed 5 movies apiece on our own. And so we're not, normally we're not a directing team, but we've been friends for a long time, went to film school together, and we just decided to take a risk and try to make a comedy together. We had neither of us had made a comedy before either.
And so you decided to make a movie about these two old friends.
Yeah, you tell us the story, Aaron.
Who are going to go on this road trip together.
Yeah, it's about 2 old friends, 2 ex-brothers-in-law who haven't seen each other in a long time. And, Martha's original proposal for this movie was, let's take Erlin to Iceland, because Erlin had been in Martha's other movies. I'd seen Erlin. And then we saw Paul in a movie that was here last year called This Is Martin Bonner, and that our friend Chad made, who also went to school with us in North Carolina. And... yeah, that was it. We had the actors cast before we wrote any part of the script.
And you knew you wanted to go to Iceland. That
was Erlin, Iceland, and then the next element was Paul.
I wake up every day to, I go, yeah, Erlin, Iceland. What more could you
Sure, yeah.
Paul, we just didn't know how brilliant you were.
Why did you know Earl Lynn and Iceland? Why Iceland?
I mean, Iceland's just like this, it's like another planet. And Erlin's kind of like he's from another planet. So I thought it would be a great pairing.
I've always wanted to see Reykjavik. It is really like another planet.
Well, Reykjavik's it's a really nice city, but it's once you get outside of Reykjavik and you see rural Iceland, the geography is crazy. There's black beaches and volcanoes and like neon green moss and
that's where all this is filmed, is outside the city?
All of it's filmed, like it's a travel log, so they start in Reykjavik, and it's the first half of the movie, and then the second half is in the more remote locations.
So who convinces who of the two of you guys to go on this crazy trip?
I just bought us 2 first-class tickets to Reykjavik.
That's what you say.
I said I bought us 2 first-class tickets, and he fell out of the chair.
And you say...
I can't afford that. So that's the plot point, though. Is that, yeah.
That's okay. It's in the first 5 minutes.
He's the big guy. He's got the money. I haven't. And he decides he wants to take me to Iceland. Yeah.
And why does your character want to go to... Has your character been to Iceland before?
No. I've been to Iceland personally, back and forth, going to Europe. On cheap flights that I used to take was $132 round trip from New York to London. And we used to stop there to repairs, and they got great vodka, long-legged, blonde-headed, good-looking women, and lobsters.
Yeah. And that sounds perfect. All 3 right there.
What the hell else does a man need?
There you go.
Yeah. So that's why you're going, and comedy ensues.
It's already ensuing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's like. Everyone's like, why Iceland? That seems like such a weird place. Like, why not, a tropical island somewhere? Mm-hmm. But that's part of the comedy of the film. It's about these sort of opposing forces constantly happening. You have the odd couple. You have bathroom humor in Iceland, which is like mysterious and beautiful. It's just like, it's a really fun movie. And these guys they're the reason it's so fun.
Yeah. I can see, there's a picture of you guys sitting in kind of camp chairs, smoking cigars and drinking beer.
Cubans,
yeah. In front of a fire.
Bill's going with you next time.
I want to go with you and do that.
We could do that. We could do land.
We can do it again.
Yeah, any day.
Did you have... it was work, but then did you also end up just having one hell of a good time?
We had a regular karaoke night.
I sang Johnny Cash's Folsom Prison.
Yeah, there's a little bar called Obla Di Obla Da, and that's where we'd sort of end up. But we worked more than we played.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
And you've shown this is called Land Ho, and is there? I got to guess too. There's a poignant side to this as well.
Yeah. I know that's a faux pas on radio to clear your throat before talking, but there you go. As they, it starts out in the city and moves further and further out into the wilderness, and as they get into bigger and bigger spaces, the two characters get closer and closer together and realize that even though they're so different, they really need each other and they need this connection in life.
Yeah, the sex scenes are phenomenal.
Well, you need to realize that we were good friends and we married sisters. And after several years, I divorced my wife, and his wife forbids him to have anything to do with me ever again.
Yeah, he's
20 years later, she dies of cancer, and then we get back together, and that's where the thing goes.
Hijinks.
From.
Yeah, and
you can understand why I was forbidden, but we won't go there, right?
No,
because I'm always the bad guy.
Mm-hmm. You were the one who always led him astray.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
This is just looking for a good time. That's all.
Yeah.
Isn't everybody?
Well, sure. You were just looking for. I can see it in your eyes.
That's right.
Yeah.
Squeeze every nickel's worth of life every day.
I got it. It's Land Ho. You've shown the movie at the Library Center Theater in Park City. Did they love it?
We got a standing ovation.
Oh, nice.
There you go.
Yeah.
It was. It's a 500-seat theater, and at the end when it's finished, everyone walks out because they want to go somewhere else. Well, like 50 people walked out. We had a Q&A with like 400 plus people.
Really,
that is
great.
something that's wild to me.
Yeah, very nice. You can see it tonight downtown.
Salt Lake at the Broadway.
At the Broadway. The Egyptian Theater in Park City on the 22nd. The Mark in Park City on the 24th. And down at the library in Salt Lake on the 25th. That's a nice spot too as well. Great, way to go!
Tell the girls to use the bathroom before they come because they'll laugh so much they might pee on themselves.
That is a wise warning to give.
There won't be a dry seat in the house.
No, sir.
After you see Land Ho, thank you, Martha Stevens, Aaron Katz, Paul Einhorn, and Earl Lynn Nelson.
Yo.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you, folks.
Thank you very much.